Good morning, dear students. Due to COVID-19, we did not reach you so far. Now we are trying to reach you through the videos. In 2nd PUC Physics, there are 14 chapters. In that 14 chapter, I am going to start the first chapter, that is electric charges and fields. This chapter carries 8 marks. The total allotted marks to this particular chapter is 8 marks. We may expect one numerical from this chapter. So let me start the first chapter, that is electric charges and fields. So in this chapter there are two important concepts we are concentrating. So these two are the major concept in the first chapter, that is electric charges and fields. Let me start the first concept, that is electric charges. What do you mean by electric charges? So to understand the concept, we need to know what exactly the subatomic particles. Subatomic particles are the particles which are smaller than an atom. So the three major subatomic particles to form an atoms are namely proton, neutron and electron. And I hope very basic thing, the proton carries positive charge, neutron has no charge or neutral, and electron carries negative charge. So these are the basic property of proton, neutron and electron. Even it has a mass. Mass of proton is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. Then mass of neutron is 1.075 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. And mass of electron is 9.3 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. So these are the basic properties of three subatomic particles, namely proton, neutron, electron. Proton carries positive charge, neutron has no charge and electron has negative charge, and mass of proton 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg and mass of neutron 1.075 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg and mass of electron 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Explain what exactly the electric charge. Just now we studied the basic property of all the three subatomic particles about the charge and the mass. Apart from that, there is an additional property of proton and electron that gives rise electric force between them. That is known as electric charges. I repeat, additional property of proton and electron that gives rise electric force between them. For that we can call it as electric charges. See, look at the board. This is positive charge. Just consider a proton and electron. Proton and electron. So the additional property of proton and electron, there is an additional property between a proton and electron that gives rise electric force between them. For that we can call it as electric charges or electric charge. So the statement for electric charge is the additional property of proton and electron which gives rise electric force between them are called electric charges. So that is the statement for electric charge. Here the electric charge is scalar quantity. Scalar quantity means it has only magnitude, there is no direction. So SI unit of electric charge is coulomb. I'll write here COULOMB, coulomb, represented by C. So this is all about electric charges. I repeat the statement again. Electric charges, the additional property of proton and electron which gives rise electric force between them is called electric charges. An electric charge is a scalar quantity and the SI unit of electric charge is coulomb and it is represented by C. Yeah. Now let me start with the next concept. Next is types or kinds. Types of electric charges or electric charge on different object. Types of electric charge on different object. So just now we studied what exactly the electric charges. Now we are trying to understand the types of electric charges on different objects. For this we have one small experiment. I am going to explain the experiment. So look at the board. Now I am going to consider a glass rod. This is a glass rod. This glass rod is suspended by a rigid support. When the glass rod is rubbed with silk cloth, you just imagine the color chalk what I am using, it indicates silk cloth. Now here we are rubbing a glass rod with a silk cloth. When the glass rod rubbed with a silk cloth, the glass rod acquires positive charge. If you bring a similar charged rod by means of positive charge, now I am going to bring a similarly charged rod, that is positive charge. So these two rods repel each other. It's the first diagram. Now the second one. Now I am going to consider a plastic rod. Same thing, it is suspended by using a rigid support. Now this plastic rod is going to rub with wool cloth. Now when the plastic rod is rubbed by the hole, it acquires negative charge. The same thing we are doing, we are bringing similarly charged rod near to the plastic rod, which means negative charge. Then again these two rods repel each other. Now in the third diagram, this you can consider as a second diagram. Now third diagram, what I am bringing the glass rod rubbed by silk cloth by means of positive charge, and the plastic rod rubbed by wool cloth, that is negative charge. Then in between the plastic rod, this is glass rod rubbed by silk cloth. This is plastic rod rubbed by hole. Now in between there is a force of attraction. I repeat the experiment again. Look at the board. Now what I have taken the glass rod rubbed with a silk cloth and it is suspended by a rigid support. So it acquires a positive charge. Now I am bringing similarly charged rod near to the glass rod, so they repel each other. In the second diagram, I considered a plastic rod and it is going to rubbed by hole. It acquires negative charge. Again I am bringing similarly charged rod near to the plastic rod. Again these two rods repel each other. In the third diagram, what I have done, I bring glass rod rubbed by a silk and plastic rod rubbed by the hole. So this is positive charge, this is negative charge. So in between there will be a force of attraction. These two rods attract each other. I am going to consider two pith ball, or we can say metal sphere. Now I am going to consider one pith ball and I am going to make physical contact with a glass rod. This is, you just consider a pith ball, physical contact with glass rod. When the object is physical contact with a glass rod, the charges transfer from charged body to the conductor or a metal sphere. So it acquires positive charge, which means charges can transfer from one body to another body on contact. One more pith ball I am going to consider, and I am made physical contact with this rod. It acquires positive charge. Here also I will do the same thing. I consider the pith ball and made physical contact with this rod. It acquires negative charge. And here also I am doing made physical contact with a plastic rod. It acquires negative charge. Now I am going to bring, by using a rigid support, I am going to bring two pith ball, these two. The pith ball which is contact with a plastic glass rod I am bringing. Since both are positive, they repel each other. Positive charge, positive charge. Now I am going to bring the two pith balls. I am going to bring the two pith ball which are contact with a plastic rod and the one more rod. So this is negative charge, and even this pith ball also negative charge. So they repel each other. Here also the force of repulsion, here also repulsive force. Now the pith ball contact with a glass rod and the pith ball contact with a plastic rod I am bringing. So what will happen? They attract each other. Attractive force. Since one is positive charge, one is negative charge. Now I am going to consider a pith ball contact with a glass rod and the pith ball contact with a plastic rod. Say what will happen. Third diagram I am going to write here. So what will happen? Since they are opposite charges, they attract. This is positive charge, this is negative charge. So from this experiment we note that the glass rod rubbed by silk cloth acquires different charge from the plastic rod rubbed by the hole. So from this experiment we learn two important things. One is there are only two kinds of charges, namely positive charge and negative charge. And the second thing, like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. Like charges means similar charges, unlike charges means opposite charges. So two things we learned. The first one is there are only two kinds of charges, namely positive charge and negative charge. The second thing, like charges always repel, unlike charges always attract. It is gold leaf electroscope. Gold leaf electroscope. So what exactly the gold leaf electroscope? Gold leaf electroscope is used to detect electric charges on a body or on an object. So here we are using a gold leaf electroscope. We are using to detect the charges on a body. How does the gold leaf electroscope detect the charges on a body? For that we have a small experiment. So I am going to consider a glass beaker. So I am going to consider a glass beaker. Okay. Now I am going to insert a metal rod with the help of rubber cork. So at the bottom of the rubber core, we are going to insert a folded gold leaves. Folded gold leaves. So this is the construction. I am going to consider, or I consider, a glass beaker, and this is metal rod. Metal rod is inserted into the glass beaker. The bottom of the metal rod is have a gold leaves or inserted gold leaves. Now what I am doing, I am going to bring a charged body. It may be positively charged body or negatively charged body, not a problem. Now what I have done, I brought charged body. So what we have done, we brought a charged body or positively charged body near to the metal rod and made physical contact. As I said in the beginning, charges can transfer from one body to another body on contact. So what we have done here, there is a physical contact. So the charges in a charged body gets flow through the metal rod. So charges are flowing into the metal rod and they will reach gold leaves. As they reach the gold leaves, both the gold leaves acquires the positive charge. Just now we studied like charges always ripple. As soon as these gold leaves charged, they will diverge or they will start ripple like this, by indicating that charges are present in a body. So like this, it indicates the charges on a body. So gold leaf electroscope is used to detect charge on a body. So there the angle of divergence gives amount of charge or charges in the body or an object. So which means initially it was like this, folded, charges are flowing continuously from the charged body, they are flowing, gold leaves acquires, both the gold leaves acquires positive charge. Since we studied in the last concept, like charges ripple each other, both the gold leaves acquiring the same charges, what they will do, they will ripple like this. So the angle of divergence gives the amount of charges in the body. Now let me discuss this conductor insulator. I hope you are very familiar with conductor and insulator. Conductor, what exactly the conductor? The substance through which electric charge can flow easily is called conductor. I repeat, the substance through which electric charge can flow easily is called conductor. We can give many examples. All metals are good conductor. We can give an example as a metals. All metals are good conductor of electricity. And we can give human body or animal body. And then insulator, the next one. The substance through which electric charge cannot flow is called insulator. Non-metals. Non-metals like plastic, wood, rubber, etc. Conductor, insulator. Conductor means the substance through which electric charge can flow easily. Example, all metals are good conductor. You can write metals. An insulator, the substance through which electric charge cannot flow is called insulator. Example, non-metals like plastics, wood, rubber, etc. The next one is grounding. Grounding or earthing. The process of sharing a charge with earth is called grounding or earthing. So these they are important for 1 marks. In case of Viva also they will ask what is conductor. These are all a general question. What is conductor? Give an example for conductor. And what is insulator? Give an example for insulator. And what is grounding or earthing? Yeah. Now next concept is methods of charging. Methods of charging a body. So there are 3 major methods are there to charge a body. There are charging by friction. The second one, charging by conduction. The third one, or C, charging by induction. So these are the 3 methods we are using to charge a body, methods of charging. So this is important for 3 marks. Mention the methods of charging a body. You're supposed to write charging by friction, charging by conduction, charging by induction. So let me discuss one by one. What exactly the charging by friction? I hope you studied friction in the first PUC only. You studied what exactly the friction, the types of friction. So everything you studied in the first PUC. Now what exactly charging by friction? Can we make a charge by doing friction? Yes, it's possible. Charging by friction is nothing but when the 2 bodies are rubbed against each other. When the 2 bodies are rubbed against each other, at the point of contact, electrons are transferred from one body to another body. The body which loses the electron become positively charged body. The body which acquires the electron become negatively charged body. I repeat once again, charging by friction. When the 2 bodies are rubbed against each other, at the point of contact, electrons are transferred from one body to another. The body which loses the electron become positively charged body. The body which gains the electron become negatively charged body. So I am going to explain through the diagram, simple diagram. You just imagine we have 2 bodies, give a name A and B. We are rubbing both the bodies against each other. So you just imagine the electrons are going to transfer from body A to B. Electrons are transferring. It acquiring electron, electron, electron. The remaining thing here, positive charge. So when the 2 bodies are rubbed against each other, at the point of contact, electron is transferred from one body to another. The body which loses the electron, here the body A is losing the electron, become positively charged body. Positively charged body. The body which gains the electron, that is body B, become negatively charged body. So this is the first method, that is charging by friction. Charging by friction is nothing but when the 2 bodies are rubbed against each other, at the point of contact, the electrons transfer from one body to another. The body which loses the electron become positively charged. The body which gains the electron become negatively charged body. Is charging by conduction. With the neutral body brought near to the charged body and made physical contact. So I am going to consider a neutral body, and I am bringing a neutral body near to the charged body. Near to the charged body. It may be positively charged body or negatively charged body. This is positively charged body. When you brought neutral body near to the charged body and made physical contact, the charge flows from charged body to the neutral body due to the conduction. So the positive charge is going to flow from charged body to the neutral body due to the conduction. The charge acquired by the neutral body is same as that of the charged body, which means in the place of positively charged body, if I consider negatively charged body, then the neutral body would acquire negative charge. I repeat the statement again, charging by conduction. When the neutral body brought near to the charged body and made physical contact, the charge flows from charged body to the neutral body due to the conduction. So the charge acquired by the neutral body is same as that of the charged body. Here we consider a positively charged body, so neutral body acquires positive charge only. If I consider negative charged body, then the neutral body acquires negative charge. So the third one, next, charging by induction. A conductor which is charged by bringing charged body near to it but not physically contact is called charging by induction. I repeat, a conductor which is charged by bringing charged body near to it but not physically contact is called charging by induction, which means in charging by induction method we need to charge a conductor. To charge that conductor, we are bringing charged body, whether it may be positively charged body or negatively charged body, but we are not making physical contact with each other. Without doing physical contact, we are charging a conductor. That process is called charging by induction. Now we have one experiment. So charging by induction can be understood by using an experiment. So I am going to explain the experiment methods of charging a two sphere by using induction method. Let me see. I am going to explain how can we charge two sphere by using induction method. Charging two metal sphere using induction method. Induction method. Charging two metal sphere using induction method. So in this concept clearly we can understand how can we charge two metal sphere using induction method. So for this I am going to consider two metal sphere A and B, two metal sphere A and B supported by insulating stand, supported by insulating stand. A. So in this picture I consider two metal sphere, namely A and B, supported by insulated stand. Now in second case, I am going to bring positively charged rod near to the sphere A. See what I am doing? I am bringing positively charged rod near to the metal sphere A but not physically contact. without touching the sphere A, what I am doing? I am bringing positively charged rod near to the sphere A. When you brought a positive charged rod near to the metal sphere A, the free electrons which are present in a metal sphere A and B moves towards the rod due to force of attraction. They will move towards the rod. And whatever the positive charges present in a sphere A and B moves away from the rod. Moves away from the rod due to repulsive force. This is diagram B. Now look at the third diagram. Look at the third diagram. Here what I did, in the presence of rod, positively charged rod, these two metals A and B, metal sphere, separated by a distance, separated by a small distance, which means the metal A acquires negative charge and the metal B acquires positive charge. Now in the fourth step, I am going to remove the rod. I am going to remove the positively charged rod. When we remove the positively charged rod, then these charges, the charges which are there in a metal sphere A, the charges which are there in a metal sphere B, rearranged. That is shown in this figure. They are rearranged like this. Metal sphere A, metal sphere B. This is diagram B. So this is in the presence of positively charged rod separated with a small distance. Then the metal sphere A acquires a negative charge, metal sphere B acquires positive charge. Now I am going to remove the positively charged rod. When you remove the positively charged rod, this electron is going to attract towards the positive charge. Positive charge is going to attract negative charge. See, when you remove the positively charged rod, then the charges in metal sphere A and B is going to rearrange like this. Now in the fourth step, we are going to separate the two metals widely. Then the charges is distributed uniformly on them. A, metal sphere B. See, A acquires negative charge, no, the negative charge is distributed uniformly on them, and positive charge is distributed uniformly on them. So by using induction method, the metal sphere A acquires negative charge and the metal sphere B acquires positive charge. So by using induction method, we charge a metal sphere A as negatively, we charge metal sphere B as a positively. So this is charging by induction method. I repeat from the beginning. Here we are discussing charging two metal sphere using induction method. To explain this, I consider two metals or metal sphere, namely A and B, supported by insulating stand. Now I am going to bring positively charged rod near to the metal sphere A. So the free electron which are present in a metal sphere A and as well as B moves towards the rod due to force of attraction. Then the positive charges move away from the rod due to force of repulsion. Now, in the presence of positively charged rod, these two spheres are separated by a small distance. Then metal sphere A acquires a negative charge, metal sphere B acquires positive charge. Now, the positively charged rod I am going to remove. If you remove the positively charged rod, then the charges in metal sphere A as well as metal sphere B rearranged like this. Now further, in the last case, these two metal spheres are separated by widely. Or further, we are going to separate. Now the negative charge is distributed on them like this, and positive charge is distributed on the metal sphere B like that. So this is charging by induction method. So today we discussed many things, that is what is electric charges, types of electric charges, gold leaf electroscope, what is conductor, what is insulator, what is grounding or earthing, and methods of charging a body. If you have any doubt regarding this concept, you just write it somewhere and take a picture and convert it into PDF, and you can, any query you can post it to the same website. So in the next class we will discuss with basic properties of electric charges. If you have a notes, if you have a materials, please read and come so that you can understand very clearly. So next class we will start with basic properties of electric charges. Thank you everyone. Have a good day.